So there's this one freaking girl that is pissing me off. If you like fantasy, if you like kingdoms, if you like vampires and spice. So for this week's book, I didn't actually like randomly picked out a book from my TBR. I chose one that I wanted to read because I saw a video on TikTok and it was like a bunch of quotes from this book that I'm going to share with you guys, and I just immediately had to read that because you're gonna get why. But let's do a little story time on this because we got to part 10, you guys. This is reading my entire TBR, part number 10, and I actually chose another book for this part, and I'm gonna tell you guys which book it was and why I'm not gonna read it. So let's get into that. So the book that I picked out, like originally picked out for this video, for part 10, was We Hunt the Flame. This is the book, and honestly, like, I have been wanting to read this book forever. I've had this in my TBR for a while, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's not that I didn't like it. I read like 25 pages and it was taking me so long. Like, personally, there's so many difficult words that I just sometimes like don't even understand, and then other times like I just go along with it, but it's just gonna take me a long while to like read the book, understand like the world building. Like, it's not a bad book, like I can't say that because I literally only read 20 pages, so I'm not DNFing the book because it's bad or good. Like, no, it's that has nothing to do with it. I don't understand half of the things and it's just me, you know. So another random thing that has nothing to do with the book or books, but I changed my thumbnails, you guys. I'm super indecisive, but honestly, like, it was taking me like 2 hours to make each thumbnail, and I just cannot spend 2 hours making a thumbnail. And I know, like, with practice I would get better at it, but I don't know, like, it's just taking me a long time. Let's talk about the book that I'm gonna read for this vlog. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is by, honestly, I had this book and I didn't even realize this was the same author of one of the books that I already read for the TBR. This is King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. So this is the same author as A Touch of Darkness, which I loved so much. So when I like saw the TikTok, right? I saw the TikTok with the quotes from this book, and I didn't even read all of the quotes. I read like the first quote and I ran to look for it. But actually I was able to find it really quickly, so that was good. But I'm gonna read this book. I actually already started. I'm on page 13 and I'm so freaking excited. So you guys know, or if you don't know, I love books, fantasy books, or like, well, yeah, fantasy books with like mythical creatures. I'm a sucker for that, so this one is literally that. I'm gonna read the back of the book really quickly so you guys kind of like know what the book is about and you can follow along. Quote, "The Adrian who helped me now carried his age within his eyes, which were burdened by heartbreak, and I wondered if that was what had made this man a monster." End quote. Isolde de Lara considers her wedding day to be her death day. I knew it! I was reading the book and I thought of a trope, and it was, okay. To end a years-long war and protect the people of her kingdom, she is to marry the vampire king Adrian Alexander and kill him. Well, I did not see that one coming. But her assassination attempt is thwarted, and Adrian warns that if Isolde tries to kill him again, he will raise her as the undead. Faced with the possibility of becoming the thing she hates most, Isolde seeks other ways to defy him and survive the violence and political machinations of Adrian's brutal vampire court. Except it isn't the court she ends up fearing the most, it's Adrian and her intense attraction to him. Wrapped in mystery and a past he refuses to discuss, Adrian nevertheless starts to become less of a monster to Isolde. Despite their undeniable chemistry, Isolde can't help but wonder why the king, fierce, complicated, ambitious, inexplicably tender, chose her as consort. The answer will shatter her world. So excited. If you saw my last video and you remember that I ordered a reading light from Amazon, it arrived and I'm gonna show you what it looks like because look. So it's honestly like, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more tiny, but it's still really tiny. But it basically has like a clasp, and you put this in a page from the book that you're reading, and it has a button on the top right here to turn on the light, and it's honestly a really good light. But the only thing that I'm not liking about this is that like the body of the light is a bit too heavy, so it would work best if you're reading a hardcover book, but that's the only thing. So if I want to use it at night, I kind of like need to clasp it in the page, and while reading kind of like hold the reading light as well as the book. So I don't know if I really like it or not, but it's definitely a good reading light. Like, it makes a difference. I think I need to like play with it and see how it works best. Okay, I got to chapter 2, and let's do a little recap of chapter 1. So the main character is Isolde. I'm gonna pronounce it that way because I don't know, it's better in Spanish. Isolde. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, she's basically part of a kingdom, but I'm not, like, I don't remember the name of the kingdom, but whatever. The thing is that vampires are killing basically every single kingdom out there. So now Isolde and her father are basically gonna try to talk the king of the vampires, which is the Blood King, which is Adrian, the main male character. The agreement that Isolde's father is gonna have with Adrian is that she is gonna marry Adrian, and that's gonna be like the agreement between the peoples. Okay, just to show you guys, if you don't know where I am, because I have a new little setup, and it's literally right next to my couch, but it's this little desk. It's really cute. I love it. I'm on page 101. This is so good. This is so good. Okay, so we do get from the synopsis that she's gonna marry the Blood King, which is Adrian, and she does. Like, by now she does. And obviously it's a whole thing, but I did not expect. Okay, if you have read A Touch of Darkness, that book is kind of spicy, but I wouldn't say it's like that spicy. But this one, but it's good. The story, I'm loving the story. I'm loving Adrian. I love everything about these two characters. Just know it is very spicy. If you don't like spicy books, do not read the book. But if you want to pause the video here and go look for this book, buy this book. If you already have it, start reading it right now. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna read every single freaking book by Scarlett Sinclair. So I've drank too many cups of coffee today, so I decided to get a matcha because I know it still has caffeine. I also got a kind of like a lemon cake. I'm gonna tell you guys about the book while I eat this because this looks so good. Oh my god. If you like fantasy, if you like kingdoms, if you like vampires, if you like magic, mythical creatures, all that stuff, but with so much romance and spice, I need more of these. Like, I need more of these books in my life. And I need two things from the ending of this book. First, I need this book to not end in a cliffhanger. That is number one, because this is gonna be a series, and this is book number 1. I have no idea if book number 2 is even out there. And 2, well, I need the ending to be good. I'm halfway in, literally. So there's this one freaking girl that is pissing me off. Why does every single character in a book loves to read? So let's talk about King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett Sinclair. Besides everything that I've already said in this video, I obviously finished the book, and oh my gosh, like the ending, it kind of has a plot twist. Like, the entire book I was confused about something, And obviously that always happens to me when there's like a big plot twist coming, and it did. Like everything just clicks, instantly clicks, but the plot twist just left me like, what? And I loved it so much. I can't tell you the plot twist, obviously, but you guys, if you want to know my rating, go ahead and click the link in the description, which takes you to the TikTok video that I already made about this book and my rating. Not only does it have like the best romance ever with like the best spicy scenes ever, but it's also in first person, which we love. The story is so intriguing. I literally cannot wait for the second book. It comes out, I think, December of this year. So I just realized that I never do a spoiler review after my reading vlogs, and I don't know why, so let's do a mini spoiler review because I need to talk about the book. So where do I even start with this? First, if you haven't read the book, this is your cue to go to leave this video right now. I really thought this book was gonna be like an arranged marriage, spicy romance, all that stuff, but you guys, like the plot twist? I had literally never read anything like this. Like, Isolde was Yesenia? Like, what? She literally reincarnated into Isolde. Like, what? I don't know what I thought, but I did not expect that to happen. Like, I thought a plot twist, but that never crossed my mind. Like, but then I got really like confused because I just did not know how to feel, because now I kind of like, you know, when you have created a character, like a main character in your head, and all of a sudden you need to like change that character into another one, kind of like mesh them together. But then Isolde has like her father and her life before that, and it's just really fucking confusing. But I loved it. Like, it was just a mindfuck, but it was so good. Like, I loved that part. I love the romance, like the amount of spicy scenes. I think I haven't read a book with that many spicy scenes in a while, or I don't think if ever. You get like the sex scene in the first like 100 pages. Also, I realized this like so late, like at the end of the book. So Isolde was literally afraid of fire, right? She basically had some type of PTSD with fire, and we like didn't even know why the entire book. I realized that obviously, because if Isolde is Yesenia in another life, Yesenia was burned alive. So that was the reason why she was afraid of fire, and it just all clicked. But I like at the moment I didn't realize it. Also, like, what's up with the father? Like right from the beginning, I had a bad feeling about Isolde's father. Like he was kind of sus. Like something was off about him, and I was right. I did not expect, well, when she told him that she was the like way to kill Adrian, I kind of suspected he was gonna try to kill her, but there were so many things happening that it did not cross my mind at that second. Definitely not a fan. Hated him. Like he literally tried his best, like his ultimate best, to kill her. I'm sorry, what? Okay, that was my spoiler review. So yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the mini reading vlog. I love you besties so much. Make sure to subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos. And I will see you in my next vlog. Bye!